Are you in the market for a new level 2 EVSE or charger for your electric car? Then stay tuned, because today I'm taking a look at the Autel Maxicharger. I've been using this charger here for about 6 weeks now. I wanted to give it a nice thorough testing to make sure I could recommend it or not recommend it. And I'm not going to bury the lead. This is a really nice charger and I recommend it. But if you want to know more about the Autel Maxicharger and some of its features and what makes it stand out against some of its competition, stay tuned. So if this is your first time to my channel, hi, my name is Corbin. I'm the Ioniq guy. I cover all things related to Hyundai, Kia, Genesis EVs. And on top of that, I also dabble reviewing some other accessories for electric vehicles. And in today's case, it's the Autel Maxicharger. Now I'll start off by being completely transparent with you. Autel did send me this review unit free of charge, but they have no say in anything I'm saying in this video. All my thoughts and impressions are my own. Now, as you can see next to it, this is my personal charger that I use most of the time. This is a ChargePoint Home Flex CPH50. And like the Autel, this is also a 50 amp charger, which means that it has to be hardwired. So in this case, the ChargePoint is hardwired to my home, and I have the Autel installed with a NEMA 1450, which means that this is only capable of charging up to 40 amps. So that is what I've been testing it with for the last 6 weeks. But this is a 50 amp capable charger, so you can charge up to 12 kW utilizing the Autel Maxicharger, just like with the ChargePoint Home Flex. I'm not going to go into the installation process because it's basically the same as any other level 2 EVSE. There's a bracket that I had mounted to this piece of plywood. You drop the whole EVSE onto that bracket, and then you secure it from below with one single screw. And that is a tamper-resistant screw, so if you do have this installed outside, then you don't have to worry about it getting pulled off the side of your house. This unit can either be purchased with a NEMA 650, a NEMA 1450, or a hardwired connection to your electrical panel. So you have all the installation options you could possibly want for a level 2 charger. Now, this enclosure itself is NEMA 4X rated, which means it can be installed on the exterior of your home, which is really nice if you don't have a garage like I do and park your cars in the driveway. After you have it installed into your home, then you can turn it on and open up the application. There's a QR code on the side of it, which you can scan, and this does have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, which makes connection really simple. And within a couple minutes, you'll have it connected to your account, and then you can monitor all your charging behavior and statistics that you might be interested in. And I gotta say, this is a very attractive, really modern looking EVSE. I do like the design. I like this green accent on there. You do have status lights across the front here. There's also a place where you can tap an NFC card if you live somewhere where you have multiple people's accounts that you want to associate with one single charger. But I will say it is on the larger side. You can see compared to the ChargePoint Home Flex, it's a little bit taller, probably a little bit narrower, but it is a little bit deeper. This is more flush mounted to the wall. But I do think it's nice looking, and if it was mounted on the exterior of your house, you wouldn't be too concerned with the way it looks. It's also available in a lighter gray color, so if you have light gray siding, it might be able to blend in just a little bit more. You can see on the front, you have a built-in cable holster, which just like the ChargePoint Home Flex, you can just take your J1772 cord and insert it, and then it can live there. You can then also wrap your 25-foot charging cable around it if you need to. There is a bit of a lip on the top here, so it will contain the cable. But that's another big selling point for this level 2 EVSE. This has a very long 25-foot cable, and that is industry leading in this category. The ChargePoint Home Flex only has a 23-foot cable, so you gain a couple extra feet with the Autel. Now, to the untrained eye, some people would look at this connector here and say this was made by Autel because it has Autel branding on it. But this is actually made by a third-party company called Sinbon, and it is a nice high-quality connector. You can see here it has good cable strain relief. It does have a nice rubberized texture and some ribbing on it, so that if you have super sweaty hands like I do sometimes, it doesn't slide out of your hand when you go to stick it into the car. And the connector unlock does feel nice. It has a good amount of resistance on it, and all around just feels pretty high quality. Now let's talk about the cable. I actually worked in the wire and cable industry for about 7 years, so I've handled a lot of cable in my day, and I gotta say, it's not the most high quality cable out there. It's definitely not super flexible like the ChargePoint Home Flex is. You can tell that the jacket on the ChargePoint Home Flex has much more rubber in it, whereas this one has definitely a lot more polyethylene in it, so it's not going to be as flexible. I haven't been able to test it in cold temperatures because it is the middle of summer now, so I have no comment on winter performance, but I believe Tom Malogany of State of Charge did test this product as well, and he said it did not do super well in his cable deep freeze challenge. And based on what I know from my years in the industry is that rubber content is greatly going to affect cold temperature performance. So I'll take Tom's word and say that the cord on this is probably going to be a lot less flexible below zero versus the ChargePoint Home Flex. But for me, that's not a problem. My garage, even on the coldest day of the year, probably remains at about 25, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's never going to get down to those sub-zero temperatures in my garage. In terms of safety, the Autel is CSA certified, which is the Canadian version of Underwriters Laboratories, or UL, here in the United States. This does carry a safety certification as well as a 3-year warranty, which is very good for a level 2 EVSE. So let's say I'm ready to charge. Go ahead and grab the cable, pop open the charge port on my Ioniq 5, plug in. Over here, you see a blue status light illuminate, which shows a little photo of the charging handle. Now it's flashing green, and that means I have a successful charging session underway. And now that we're successfully charging, let's go ahead, open up the app, and see what that looks like. Here's where you can see your trends and your monthly charging habits and all other things. You can click on this month here, and obviously it's the beginning of July here, so there's not much data. But if I go back to June, I can see I've put 384 kilowatt hours into the car. I can see my cost for the month based on 24 cents per kilowatt hour, which is what I pay here in Connecticut. You'll see how long I've actually been charging. So the car did charge for almost 4 days the entire month, how much CO2 was saved, and how many charging sessions there were. So you can see 15, in May there were 12. And this is a really nice visual of comparing your charging habits, your driving habits, just all around a lot of good data. I'm a big fan of Autel's application. I've used Juicebox, I've used the ChargePoint Home Flex, and I gotta say, this is definitely by far the best application I've used with a level 2 EVSE. Down below, you can see all the individual charging sessions. You can click on any single one. You can see the power curve for the entire charging session. You can also add in current down below. You can see what current it's actually drawing, and you can check out your line voltage if that's interesting to you. So you can see it does fluctuate a little bit. You can have all three at the same time. It's just a lot of data. I really like data. So the fact that you can see this much with Autel's app is just fantastic. Now from here, if you want to export some of this data, you can do that. Click this little ticket in the top right, and you can say export. It will generate a file and send it to your email address. So I can go ahead and open that. And it doesn't contain all the same data that you can see in the app through the graphs and everything, but it does show you the fees, the energy delivered, and the charging duration, date and time. So you can export some of this data, which is also nice. So there's a walk around and demonstration of using this EVSE as well as the application. And now I'll tell you about why I really like it. This thing has been rock solid for the last 6 weeks. I have not had any failed charging sessions, which is much more than I can say about the ChargePoint Home Flex. And Autel is a name brand from the automotive industry. They did a lot of diagnostic tools for a long time, but now they're moving into the EV segment, and hopefully they keep making these and making them better and releasing software updates because they are very good chargers. Autel is entering the level 3 DC fast charging segment too, so it'll be interesting to see how this company grows because we all know the name ChargePoint. ChargePoint's been a leader in the EV charging industry for many years now. They have lots of public infrastructure. So let's see what Autel brings to the table and see if they can make any improvements over what already exists with ChargePoint. Now, something I would like to see from Autel would be a portable level 2 charger. Say if you're going to a campground or something and you want to plug into a 30 amp receptacle for an RV or something, I would really like to see them come out with something like that. So Autel, if you're listening, I really hope you are considering doing something that's portable. Just trust me, this is a high quality EVSE. I highly recommend it. Don't waste hundreds of extra dollars getting a charge point or a juice box. Go Autel, save some cash. So anyway guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.